giant hounds. One of the puppets is called Gareth, and the other puppet is called Thomas.
For obvious reasons, I would say.
Absolutely, and they're wearing rugby kit. And there's somebody standing inside. They supports the head of the puppet and the arms, and they'll be walking around with the
it's going to be one really, really big event. And on top of that, of course, we have the street food festival. Not festival, is it? But we've got the street food vans at the Buzzy on Sunday and Saturday. Yeah. All those details are regularly available on Facebook. It's just really, really good.
In the fan zone, there's all sorts of things going on. We're all doing our event, but there's other bits and pieces going on. There's dance events, plus there's a big 80s concert, I think, going on there at some point.
There's loads, isn't there? Yeah, well, you have a think about that. By the way, we are now live on Periscope at Transition Sound, so you can tweet us and look at us, because we're there. Hi, everybody on Periscope. Why do you have a think about this? Terry, where were you last week? Did you just abandon me?
No, I was asked...
Were you actually working?
Yes, we're not working. I was asked to go somewhere and help someone, and I came out of there so stressed I was in bed for the rest of the week.
It's good for you, mate.
Yeah, but I was watching you on Periscope.
Were you?
Yeah, I did send a couple of messages, but obviously, you know...
I was busy. Look.
When you start Periscope, is it up Periscope? When you finish, is it down Periscope?
Sadly, yes, it is.
When you switch on here, yeah.
It goes down pretty quickly here. Well,
being as it's facing at you all the time, I should think it would.
I think I can soon change that.
No, thank you.
Problem.
That way is perfect. I'm built for radio, not for television.
That's not true at all. Let's have a bit of a license to do little. What is going on with this desk? The sound is awful.
Broke chair again,
yeah? Eh?
Broke chair again.
No, the sound is terrible.
Is it?
Yeah.
Less always.
Good afternoon. It's really, really not good. What does it sound like to you, Terry? Stick your headphones on for me for a minute. What does it sound like? Is it sounding alright to you?
Well, listening to you, yeah, put the music on.
Yeah? And is that alright? Because it seems to be my voice is sounding absolutely vile. There we go. That's not going to help.
I know, I could help you there.
Someone's been playing with the desk. They should all just be like that. Good afternoon and welcome to Secular Sounds. My name's Dave Stimson and we are live. Yay! I think I may just have cracked it. Someone has been farting about the settings on the desk and made them sound horrible. There we go. Okay, we're back. One second. That looks like we're moving on to Christmas now. I think we've got to stay till Christmas. Oh, great. So you've had to...
Yeah, but it's only one bit of the farm to the other, but we've still got to move.
Yes.
The whole lot.
There we go. They weren't in college.
Oh, sorry. You're off.
Terry. Look, quickly. There we go.
What?
Peacock. Oh, do that, and suddenly I get loads more viewers. Wave it, everybody. There we go. Look at that. Oh, gone down again, mate. I shouldn't really say that. If you're listening to us on YouTube, welcome to the chaos that is the behind the scenes of
YouTube.
Yeah, of our wonderful little. We're on Periscope at the moment,
Yeah.
but this evening we'll be on YouTube. So welcome to Transition, and we have 20 seconds to go, guys. This is the behind the scenes chaos that comes with a radio station. Big winner. Anyway,
How's it coming out?
Terry,
Turn it off.
turn it off. Let me do that before Terry causes chaos. What is he like? Anyway, welcome back to Transition. My name's David Simpson. This is Secular Sounds Community Radio for Milton Keynes, and as always on a Thursday, we are Transition. It was a strange week last week. I have to say, this week has gone incredibly fast. It's just kind of flown past, and I don't know what's going on with the weeks at the moment. It'll be Christmas tomorrow. Now,
You said the C word.
I know. So, all right, Dave Tully, if you are listening, if I catch you in this studio in your Christmas jumper, which he's threatening to start wearing, there may be some problems. Actually, I've got a bit of a theme tune for Dave there. Oh, Terry.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, you weren't here last week, were you? So
No. So I wouldn't know.
there you go. See, he feels human again now.
Thank you for that.
I was going to do one for you, Yvette, but I thought you'd kill me.
It only depends what you do.
Well, you know. Right, highlight of this weekend. What's it going to be?
Highlight of this weekend is going to be the Clash of Drums, which starts tomorrow,
Mhm.
8 o'clock at, where are we starting? We're starting at Lloyd's Court.
So, for those that don't know, Lloyd's Court is, because I always get confused, and I've only been here for
Heavens, it's where the big black horse is.
Right.
Banks.
Oh, right, so you're going that way.
Yeah,
I've got it in my head that you're coming down the city.
to the point.
So you're going across the city, basically. Are you actually coming through the city itself? Through the shopping centre? Or do you not know?
I don't know, I'm assuming they'll go outside. I don't know whether
Probably
they'll
round the
go
bottom,
through, going through the middle with the fireworks
Yeah, no,
might
it's
be
going
a
to be
good idea.
chaos.
So-
It's going to be brilliant.
Absolutely.
So if people want to get involved, are you actively kind of encouraging
Yes,
people to
that-
become involved?
We do. On the website,
Mhm.
Society,
So
sorry,
I
I'm
like to
looking
get her out occasionally.
So if you go to www.ifmiltonkeynes.org, Festival News, Clash of Drums, you will see on there maps of where we're going to be going. So it will show you a proper plan with the routes that they'll be taking for on Friday and Saturday. And there's also a Facebook page, Clash of Drums.
I would
You'll
think
see
if
on
you
there.
if you Google Clash of Drums Milton Keynes as well, you're bound to come up with something that's.
The way we describe it is two tribes will meet in a cataclysmic collision of fast and frenzied drumming, warlike chanting, fireworks, pyrotechnics and fiercely dramatic movement. Setting forth from Lloyd's Court on Friday and Campbell Park on Saturday, the crowds can follow the combat action as it sweeps through the streets of Milton Keynes towards a fiery finale at the point. There, the fury of the devilish war-painted forces is finally transformed into a common energy, unified by fire, and the event is free.
Ooh, I like that.
Sounds mysterious, doesn't it?
It sounds. Do you know what? It sounds like a proper gritty BBC Two drama, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
I don't watch BBC.
You don't watch BBC Two, do you? No.
Too technical for me.
I know, mate. You have to get up and press the button, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard life. I think so. To recap, we have the Rugby World Cup starting tonight. Our 3 matches that we have hosting at the MK Dons Stadium. I did have the dates earlier, but
I can tell you what they are.
Oh, look at that! She's got the dates. There's one today, one
One
Saturday.
today, which is 8 o'clock, which is France versus Canada.
That's going to be a good one.
Absolutely. And then on Saturday we have Samoa versus Japan at 2:30. And then on Tuesday the 6th, 8 o'clock, is Fiji versus Uruguay.
We've got some interesting.
Well, if Japan carries on doing what Japan's been doing,
Yeah.
that'll be pretty interesting.
It will be. I mean, I haven't been following it as much as I usually would have done, if I'm honest. But there's some real shock games coming out this year. There's some countries that weren't even on the. There's a few countries that you would have even gone. Do they play rugby? Japan being the absolute
I didn't know
classic,
they did.
and they're on fire. I think I don't think there's a clear favourite yet, is there? I think it's anybody's.
Well, in England's group, you've got England and Scotland and Australia.
Yeah, that's
So
going to be a fun one.
one of them's going to go out.
It is really good. And didn't I hear that the Welsh team, haven't they had so much sickness and injury or something that the guy that was commentating on the first Welsh match is now playing? I mean, that's going some.
But they still managed to beat us, didn't they?
Little bit, yeah. Never mind. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting World Cup, and I think yet again, you know, I'm going to praise England. Why not? We knock it too much. I think we're doing it absolutely brilliantly. We've got some fantastic venues and some great crowds. And
What do you think? Brighton? I mean, would you have thought of going to Brighton for rugby?
no, not in a million years. I wouldn't have thought of going to Bournemouth to see a show either, actually. But I was supposed to book it at Birmingham. Karen, if you're listening, yes, I did make that mistake. I was supposed to book up a theatre show in Birmingham 3 or 4 years ago. And I booked the one in Bournemouth by mistake.
Bournemouth's better than Birmingham.
But you are going to get me in so much trouble one day, Terry.
Well, you could go for a nice weekend in Birmingham.
We had a lovely weekend in Bournemouth as it goes, and it was a fantastic show, but we were supposed to be going to Birmingham to see it. So it cost a few more pennies than it was supposed to, because we had to stay for the weekend, whereas I wasn't
Well,
going to
that's
travel.
your mistake. You paid for it.
Pretty much, yeah. That's kind of how it works. I mean, you're here now, just living proof. I missed him last. I did miss you last week, Terry. It's sad to say, but we did miss you.
You weren't here when I was here last time either, so
No,
I thought
No, I
sick
know.
instead.
I was a bit disappointed that I missed you, but there you go. I've made it up now. You're here today, which is wonderful.
Thank you.
What's this drumming this week? Because the drumming from Festival Road's perspective.
Festive Road
Yeah,
are going to be doing the pyrotechnics, so they're working.
So
with
you're
the
doing
hotel
all
fire.
the fireworky
Fireworks,
bits, and then
yes.
you've got the drumming. So did
So-
Festive Road bring the drummers actively put all this together? Is it all been?
It was really international festival that put
Cool.
it together. So
Because you're all pretty much you all work very closely, don't you?
Absolutely. The wonderful Monica Ferguson, who's chief exec and artistic director of, she's the chief exec of the stables and the artistic director of the international festival. She's brought them over. She went over to see them playing last year,
Uh-huh.
and she's brought them over. And we've been very lucky because we've had the most amazing funding for all of these events going on. So we've had the Parks Trust have commissioned the work.
Well, of course, the Parks Trust are behind the fan zone,
Absolutely.
which looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's a beautiful, big, bright blue
It's-
marquee with all the flags like you get in a medieval.
It's in an interesting
Jazzy
place for
tour
us,
or
isn't it?
something.
Because we
Absolutely.
usually tend to put the stuff that's at Campbell Park further into the park and a little bit further down. Whereas,
It's on the plateau.
yeah, and it looks there's
Absolutely.
the Parks Trust, for those that don't know, are a brilliant organisation, completely unique to Milton Keynes. I saw a presentation from them a while ago. I must actually get them on the show. And I didn't realise just quite how much they're involved and embedded in the spirit of Milton Keynes. And I thought it had been around forever and that it was, you know, everywhere was looked after by the Parks Trust. It's not. It's here. It's another one of those unique things to Milton Keynes. And they even look after like little corners of grass in the estates that have been handed over. So I think we drag somebody in from Parks Trust.
So as well as them commissioning it, we've had support from Arts Council England, Milton Keynes Council themselves, who are very supportive of the arts of Milton Keynes, to be fair, and the
Yes.
Institut Français with the Région Midi-Pyrénées have also said.
Did you practice all this lot, or
No.
did you actually speak French?
This is the first time I've
So-
read it.
I need to apologise for the.
Yeah. But there's every chance it was very badly pronounced, and given that I'm only third generation English, we won't.
Apparently,
You know.
we have received a tweet. Actually, it's a message on Facebook. Same thing. The Canadian team
Mhm.
have passed Sainsbury's on their way down because they were staying at Durfee. So a member of the Institute of... So I'm going to say hello to Wayne if he's listening. Wayne, yes, it's good that you've got excited Canadian team you're going past. Let's keep the excitement up, you know.
Do they walk?
It's a long way, isn't it, from the juries into... Well, I suppose they're fit.
They got a fantastically painted coach. I heard Heart Radio going on about it.
Oh, I don't... Wayne, and the rest of you out there in Twitterland, if you know about this coach, even Heart Radio, if you're listening to me, good. Please don't break. She's just losing it.
He said heart radio if you're listening to me.
Yes, well, of course they'd be listening to me, wouldn't they? You're telling me that people not?
Yeah. They've got to listen to the competition,
Well,
haven't
they do. Well, they came and interviewed everybody on Tuesday, which was...
Yes, this is great. With these two in the studio, I can literally just sit back and let the chaos go. It's fantastic.
Be quiet now.
It's not going to happen, Terry. Come on. So you said about the funding that you get. Now, where can the normal folks of Milton Keynes, how can they help support you? I mean, obviously, they can come out, they can immerse themselves in the whole
Festive
activity.
Road?
Yeah, and everything else.
Well, there is local giving, which has quite a few of the arts groups on there. And every now and again, local giving will do a match. So if every pound that you get, they'll give a pound.
And we can give to Festive Road via that platform.
I believe so.
Excellent. I'm sure she'll let me know if you join. Give me somewhere else.
I know that we've got a meeting set up with them to make sure we're making best use of it very soon. So
if there are, obviously, there's a lot. The show heavily leans towards the world of education. If there are any schools in that want to get involved, obviously not in this weekend's programme because this is huge, and I know you are massive within the schools.
Well, for the schools, we're going to have opportunities coming up in November and December because one of the great things about this week's Clash of Drums is that the training that the Festive Road artists would have had on using pyrotechnics, we're going to transfer to our big event in December. So it's back in Campbell Park on Saturday the 19th of December when we have Paraphernalia, which is our midwinter festival.
I'm sure we will have you in here talking about
I'm
that
sure
as
we
well. I'll
will.
even book the dates up now.
And
yes.
Then the schools will have an opportunity to have workshops to make lanterns because the whole point is it's about Festival of Light. And so there'll be some lantern parades.
What?
So we're going to schools to make lanterns with them.
I might show myself up silly here. I don't know whether you know, or if you don't, perhaps.
Well, I know you're silly, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Terry. Hang on, that's better. There we go, turned him off. I have the power. Apparently, the Canadian lot were going to the gym. So if you leave now and shoot across me, you'll probably get there while they're still there. Okay, so that should help everybody on Saturday by the time you're finished with them.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You love coming on this show.
What do you mean, David?
You meant my coaching skills.
Yes.
Oh, right, okay.
Honestly,
Just
Terry.
wanted to make sure that,
He's got a very...
Making sure that
we
people
wasn't drifting off
making
the
sure
subject.
that people are in the flow zone.
Yeah, I've lost the plot completely now. Yes, so they're going to the gym. So in the Festival of Light that happened a good few years ago now when we lit up, you probably weren't in Milton Keynes then. Terry, do you remember it? It was a big thing, and the whole front, we had the whole of Marks and Spencer building was all lit up, and there were street performers and all sorts, and it was a huge thing. And I thought it was going to be an annual thing, if I'm honest, and it didn't come back. Or at least I hadn't seen it.
Well, Paraphernalia, we had our first year last year.
Right.
And as I said earlier this week, given it's Festive Road's 10th birthday this year, what better way than to have the most amazing event on the 19th of December with lots of fireworks.
I think it's going to be brilliant.
Yeah. So the idea is it's going to be a
On when?
family
The
event
19th of December?
on the 19th of December. So it'll start just after the shops close. So you can bring the family down, there'll be food, there'll be all sorts of things going on, and then all the things we've learned from the Clash of Drums we will be using to make sure that the people of Milton Keynes have the most amazing experience.
I mean, for those of you on Periscope as well, I'm talking to you as well. We really want you to come into Milton Keynes and enjoy this. And we bring in something, it's a ridiculous amount of people. It's like half the population of Milton Keynes, again, travels into Milton Keynes over the weekend to enjoy the various things we've got. So So this show's kind of, I suppose if I had to give it a name, which I've started doing, I actually started naming my shows, I think we're kind of ending up being a Milton Keynes special this weekend. I think there's so much to celebrate here with the street food and your giants, parks, and you almost can't separate them out, can you? They are all fundamentally one thing. One thing I do want to say, and this is, I'm going to put a tweet out and let you make your own minds up on this. Has anybody seen the bollards that we've painted through the city? Great idea. We've painted them in Rugby World Cup colours, so there's blue and there's pink and there's another colour. I'm sorry.
2 shades of blue.
Yeah, 2 shades of blue and a pink. I'm going to be honest, okay? It probably seemed like a great idea, and this is just my opinion, and obviously not that upset myself.
But if you go down to the Dons, to the Ashfields underpass.
Yes, I've seen all the paintings as well.
Yeah, there's 4 murals down there.
And they look good.
Yeah, they've all been designed by local schools.
Mm-hmm.
And we had the schools help us.
Again, that's been all over Facebook, hasn't
it? It's been all over
Are they
Facebook.
staying? Or are they going once the World Cup's finished?
We are going to be putting anti-graffiti paint on them, so
they are.
So they're going to be staying. Yeah, we've not been asked to take them down. So
as far as you're concerned, they're staying.
Yeah.
You're not taking them down.
No.
I think and these are the ones that lead into the Don Stadium, aren't
Yeah.
they? Come on, let's get behind it and support it. But I will be honest, Milton Keynes Council, I think the idea behind painting stuff is fantastic. I think the actual outcome, it should be better. It really should be better. But if somebody from Milton Keynes Council wants to contact me, by all means, or whoever, actually I'm saying Milton Keynes Council, I don't know if it is the council that's responsible for it, I assume.
I don't know. I mean, the council certainly funded us to do the underpasses.
Yeah.
And they are very, very good friends of Festive Road, so I shall keep my...
And they are, I mean, they are very good friends of us. I don't know, I just don't think it worked.
I haven't actually noticed them. So.
I'll send the
No, I
tweet out.
can't say that I have.
I'll tell you what, let's have a listen to something that's quite relevant. You like this. Sometimes by accident it sounds like we planned this show, doesn't it? So while we're talking park life, why not?
I'll tell you who you might want to get on is Lucy Bedford, who is the arts officer for Milton Keynes.
What is Festival Road?
Festive Road. Not
Festive Road, Walking with Giants.
Yeah, we did the Walking Giants today. We are a street art company.
Let me just...
So we
There we
do
go.
events such as the Walking the Giants Parade, Paraphernalia, the Fan Zone, the Clash of Drums, and we do things within the schools to so it could be building giant puppets. We're actually talking to a company about making a sculpture out of reclaimed materials. A couple of years ago they built a greenhouse out of plastic water bottles. It was absolutely amazing.
You've done some really great stuff. For those of you still on Periscope, obviously you don't get to hear the music quite the same way. I could probably do that. There you go, look, you hear that. That's what we're playing now. Okay? Good.
Anyone on there, they'll get giddy now.
Keep that in your mind.
Terry told me to do it. Sorry, I'm getting told off there. This is all the stuff we have to play with and tweet feeds and all sorts, so it's good fun. Come on, turn, double turn. There we go. Back on me. Yeah, but you're another one of our secrets, aren't you? You do a lot and we don't really necessarily know about it sometimes.
But we're getting better at telling people.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting better, as you said, we are using social media. We've got a great company called Genius who are helping us with our social media and our PR. Then Louise and Drew are doing a most amazing job on marketing, so our marketing is ramping up.
So it is, you are starting, we're terrible at this again, Keith, aren't we? We are terrible at literally not promoting ourselves, and it drives me nuts.
Well, we were lucky. We've had some great support to help us with the marketing and sales.
Yeah.
Because marketing is one thing, selling is another, as you well know.
Absolutely.
And we've upped the game on that because, as we spoke about last time round, we can't rely on public money.
No.
We've got to start getting commissions in. So, I mean, a few of the things that we'll do coming up to Christmas is where different shopping centres are turning on their Christmas lights.
Yeah.
We're running workshops to make little lights so that they can have.
So they can have little lights in
yeah,
there.
and a lantern parade just before they actually turn the Christmas lights on. So we're doing that at Welling and Hatfield and various places. And we're also off to Bridgewater to take part in the Bridgewater Carnival, which is the oldest carnival in the UK.
Oh, so it's not just a Milton Keynes.
Oh, no.
No, they're huge,
No,
Terry.
we're based in Milton Keynes, but we travel all over the UK. And
20 seconds, guys. When you're on time, Ryan, yeah, I know. I had to cover for him the other week, he didn't make it. And welcome back, I'm David Stimson. This is Transition, and you're listening to Seclose Sounds, community radio for Milton Keynes. Still in the studio, sitting there looking quite happy, is Mr. Terry Collins and our wonderful own Yvette Lamidi. Did I get it right this time?
yes.
Hey, look at that, I've only known her for a couple of years. So we've got all this stuff going on, haven't we?
We have.
Can you think of anywhere else that can host it as well as Milton Keynes can?
No. They don't think they can host it as well as Milton Keynes, but I don't think anything's quite got the spirit. No.
Terry?
I wouldn't quite agree with that. There are places.
Now, the answer is that is no.
Right, okay.
Terry comes on here basically just to...
I mean, Birmingham's very good.
yes, I'll give you that.
And I'm sure Brighton will
And
have
Bristol is another one that's very good at hosting sort of events. They've got a lot of things going for them down there, and also they're right on the water, which they use that a lot. The marinas there.
They do. I mean, my son lives in Bristol. There we go. I'm just sending to Twitter at Transition Sound the pictures that I promised. There we go. And we'll see exactly what you think of them.
Edinburgh's another place.
Oh, Edinburgh does brilliant stuff. I mean,
Aberdeen does as well.
okay.
Just smells of fish a lot.
Terry. It's so nice to have you on the show while we're still on air.
I'm thinking.
Hang on. While you're thinking, let me just... there we go. Think away. I've just turned Terry down now so we can't hear him. Terry, you still there? He's sulking there.
Yes.
Yeah, we really can't hear him. That's good. Yvette.
Mr. Stimson. What can I do for
I want that as a ringtone.
That'd be a good one, actually, yeah.
I'm going to get that recorded before we go. So, you're actively encouraging people to come and immerse themselves in this drum band.
Yeah,
The more the merrier, really.
the more the merrier, absolutely, because it'll be a blooming shame if they're parading and having their standoff and their fights between the two tribes with not a lot of people to see it. I mean, they'll still have a great time, but it'd be...
Well, and there is no rugby on Friday, is there?
Not in
First match is on
Milton
Saturday
Keynes. Yeah,
in Milton Keynes.
No, first match is tonight.
yeah.
Oh,
and-
sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
very close to now, really.
Yeah. There's no rugby in Milton Keynes on Friday,
Mhm.
and then the match in Milton Keynes is on Saturday afternoon. So when the parade takes place, it'll actually be after the England-Australia match. So provided that England win, so Mr. Stimpson's just fallen into hysterics. So
I am.
carry on
I'm
the
really.
show without
I'm really
him.
sorry. Right. The reason the reason I started laughing. I love social media. It's brilliant, but sometimes I just can't help myself. My darling wife has just texted me or messaged us with regards to the ringtone and says, "Oh no, you don't. She really shouldn't encourage you." What can I say? This show is fully interactive.
No, I think you meant me.
You.
You want mine.
Oh, honestly, Terry, I really do want you. Yes, never mind.
I'm trying to get you out of trouble here.
Oh, way too late.
I think
for
it's
that.
a case of you've both got a spade and you're digging.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I've given up. I just live at the bottom of the hole.
I
It's
just think
safer
deeper
down
and deeper.
there. Yeah.
So anyway,
So yes.
come down, and the thing is, as they are parading, processing, parading, walking along, whatever they do, doing their chanting and the fireworks, and all the drumming is going on. If you are walking across the road and trying to walk along very nonchalantly, you will find yourself surrounded by the two tribes.
Oh, this is brilliant. This is why I'm going to take. I'm going to make every effort, at least, to get up there for one of the nights. I'm going to take Periscope with me up there, and I'll take Transition Sounds up there. I'm sure our friends on the other FM station that we don't mention, hi Chris, will be there as well. Will they be supporting you?
I presume so.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're up there.
I know Hart have, but I don't know about the other station.
The other station.
Is there another station?
No, Terry.
Exactly.
No, it's just this one. There's no other shows here.
We'll bring it up.
Hard to tell you, he's got a strange look on his face. I'm in a strange mood today. I think it's the sun. It's confused me.
It's a big ball in the sky. It's been there for a week.
Yeah, I know, and it's
I
gorgeous
know
blue
what
sky.
it is.
Oh dear.
The moon, when it went red. You've not been right ever since that, have you?
No, I probably haven't actually.
He's baying at the moon.
Yeah.
I have the best guests, I really do.
Half of Oxford Street, where I live in Wolverton, were out.
I saw that, yeah.
At 3 o'clock in the morning.
I missed it. Was it good?
It was. I had to go and put my glasses on because I realised I couldn't see it as well as I might want to.
Do you know when there's a solar eclipse, there's kind of an eerie feeling that goes
Well, that was the interesting thing.
Is there
because the eerie feeling also happens because the birds go quiet. And of course, at night
they're all quiet anyway.
There ain't, in this time of year, there's very little bird noise, and I did notice that the birds still woke up at the normal time, so it wasn't as if it
didn't confuse them then.
Didn't confuse them, but there's quite a lot of people who put some stunning photographs up. But it was amazing to watch.
It was 33 years before we see the next one.
We've been very lucky because we've had quite a few supermoons anyway over the last couple of years because of the moon's where it is in its orbit, so it's close to the Earth. Yeah, so it looks brighter and it looks bigger. But it was just
that it's getting bigger and closer.
What?
Well, I don't know. Is it going to collide with us or what?
I doubt it very much. It's just because as it moves round like that, and we happen to be moving like
that's
that.
That's awesome for radio,
together.
by the way.
I know. That's what I said to you last time.
You know I'm always the optimist.
I do, Terry. Yes. Now, I think, come on,
but
Milton
of course
Keynes.
the planners are on the moon.
No, they weren't. I always thought that the clangers weren't on the
Was
moon.
it the Soot Dragon?
No, it was something like Blue Planet.
Oh, Blue Planet.
Yeah.
I saw the clangers on Facebook the other day.
Did
It
you?
was quite sweet.
Again, if there are any clangers out there that want to correct us on where they're living, please.
I'm sure there's somebody there. I'm sure there's somebody.
I can't remember.
Terry,
It's
you've got
a
your
long
phone.
time ago.
Google the clangers.
No, don't want to.
No,
Right.
I can't touch my phone because there's a call coming in. So
I want to see the whole of Milton Keynes out there Friday and Saturday night. I mean, we're lucky. The weather looks like it's going to be fantastic. So there's no excuse.
Had a great week, haven't we, really?
We've had a brilliant week weather-wise. And I think it's going to be great now through to the end
Well,
of
I'm
September.
certainly hoping it stays dry for the rest of the World Cup because our puppets don't really want to be outside.
No, I was going to say, what are they? Paper mache, I'm assuming.
No,
No,
they're polystyrene. The heads are carved out of polystyrene.
What?
So, and it's amazing because it's just a block of polystyrene.
You said this before, didn't you? When you said
Looks
last time?
just, nothing at all. It doesn't look as if it's got any soul. And whilst Jess Rost, who does the carving of the heads,
Yeah.
while she might have an idea of what it's going to be, until she actually starts working with the saw and starts cutting, she doesn't know what's going to happen. And every head has its own facial expressions, its own hairstyle.
You said this is about releasing the...
Absolutely, it's a bit, because I'm pretty sure it was Michelangelo who used to talk about releasing the statue inside the piece of marble.
Not the turtle.
Sorry?
Not the turtle.
Not the turtle.
Perhaps you should get him on the show.
So,
Well,
no, not the turtle.
It's in the same age bracket as
So
you.
that's exactly what she does. It's just like she releases the spirit that's lurking of the piece of art inside, and it's just amazing to see.
I'm so
Absolutely
glad there's a
amazing.
desk between us because you would be battering me at the
I
moment.
would be battering
There
at the
we
moment.
go.
I don't do photographs, yet alone the flipping periscope. Well, it's very sweet of you, Terry. But
Oh,
I
good.
expect long photographs.
Right, so Milton Keynes, big cram, Lloyd's Court to the point.
To the point.
The
on
point's got to be a
Friday.
fantastic area to get.
Yeah, so in the car park at the point.
And this is what time again? Tell us the details again, because I do
So
want to
it's-
encourage
it's-
everybody
It
here.
starts from Lloyd's Court at 8 o'clock tomorrow, Friday the 2nd.
Yep.
And there's no time given as to when it gets to the point, because it wholly depends how
Well,
much there is
yeah.
the crowds, etc. So it could be an hour, hour and a half, don't know. And then, on Saturday they start at Campbell Park and are going down to the point and doing a repeat of the finale
Fantastic.
at the point. But as we said, if you Google Clash of Drums Milton Keynes, you'll be able to see route maps, etc. So you
Yeah.
can see the best places to park, the best place, so you can follow the
I
procession.
mean, let's be
to the
real about
point
this.
and so on.
This is Milton Keynes. We're talking outside shopping hours. If you're in Milton Keynes to see the rugby on Saturday, come on out, spend the evening with us. We're friendly folk. There is ample parking everywhere in the city.
Well, if you just think of the number of people who go to Midsummer Boulevard on a Friday evening,
Yeah.
to all the bars down there, if they came out and
It's
watched
going to
it.
be a spectacle, and I think it's going to be. Is it the first time Clash of Drums have been in the UK? Do you know?
I'm going to have to hold my hand up, because there are of the two companies that are taking part in this. One of them was at the International Festival last year,
Right.
and did an event at the very end of the festival last year.
Yes.
And the other one hasn't been to do an event here, but they've been doing events elsewhere in the UK at the moment, because they were at an event last weekend and came from there to start doing the training with us.
Well, I think we can allow them that
Absolutely.
that dress rehearsal.
But if you think, if you look at the video that's online and see how amazing it is, but just think of having that experience, standing there, smelling the smoke, seeing the fireworks, and actually feeling the vibration of the drums going through your body and in the air.
This is it, isn't it? It's just. I mean, I'm lucky. I live relatively close to the city. So I'll probably hear it from my front door, if I'm honest.
Well, that's one thing about Milton Keynes, is that you can mostly hear a lot of the events from where you are.
Yes.
But yeah, it will just be fantastic.
Terry, I'm going to expect you to be there, mate. He's looking at me, confused.
What? Where are you going to meet me again?
Oh, I don't know. I'll give you a ring.
McDonald's?
You buying?
No.
Oh, there we go.
I thought you
Always the same.
I don't cost a lot.
This show goes in some strange directions sometimes. My expert has come to us and said,
Which one?
small blue planet a long way away in a far corner of the sky. You can see on a clear night a faint blue coloured star. However, it's really a planet. But it's such a small and unimportant one, it doesn't have a name. For one family, however, it's a very important place. It is home. That is where the claimants live. There we go. See?
Terry was looking at you,
Wow.
and I was thinking, I know exactly what he's talking about.
Oh, do you know what? I feel so much better now.
Well, of course you do.
Of course you
I
do.
really wanted to know.
Oh, honestly, Terry.
Talk to your grandchildren. They're little pig-like things.
They're kind of mice type things.
Fingers
Mice. Yeah, mice. That's it. Mice. They're not pigs at
They
all.
squeak.
They're
You
pigs.
must remember the claimants, Terry.
I do, yeah. I was only joking.
But they've been redone, so the clangers
They
carry
have,
on as a
haven't they?
kid. It's now all this CGI stuff.
I know, it's not
I'm
proper.
really glad I brought Rowan and Matt back there.
Are they bringing the Wombles back at any point?
I hope so.
I like Wombles.
I love the Wombles.
Underground, overground.
Yeah.
Wobbling free.
And
Wombles
yet,
are
you know
Wimbledon
what?
Common, are we?
Yeah, but they didn't put a statue up on Wimbledon Common.
No, of a
I
Womble.
thought that was wrong.
Well, it's on the house. They get upset. Anyway, back to festive food. this show has really. The aim of, again, if you just joined us, this is Transition. I'm Dave Stimson, and you are listening to Seclo Sounds Community Radio for Transition is usually quite an in-depth show where we look at what's going on in the world and we look at the state of education and all the rest of it. And then every now and then, this happens and it becomes...
Well, the Clangers have got to get educated, haven't they?
The Clangers were highly educated.
Oh, were they?
Yes. I mean, Clangiversity or something, Soup Dragon teaching them stuff. Who knows? So, one more time of it. Tell us where we can find these things on Saturday and Sunday. Friday and Saturday, sorry.
Friday and Saturday we have the Clash of Drums. We'll be taking part at 8 o'clock, starting at Lloyd's Court and working its way through to the point where there'll be a grand finale. And on Saturday it's at 9:30 in Campbell Park, and then it works its way back to the point for the finale again. So we have two tribes who meet in a cataclysmic collision of fast and frenzied drumming, warlike chanting, fireworks, pyrotechnics and fiercely dramatic movement. The crowds can follow the combat action as it sweeps through the streets of Milton Keynes towards the fiery finale next to the point.
I was just looking for some really sort of dramatic music to go underneath that. I couldn't find anything.
The fury of the devilish war-painted forces is finally transformed into a common energy, unified by fire. So it will be.
You need to record that so I can get that onto the show as a trailer, because
Okay, I will do that for you.
I think this is going to be. If you think of the building structure that we've got in Milton Keynes as well, this is going to echo and really, really. So when you come out to this thing, don't hide in the corners, don't stand to one side, get in amongst it.
Yeah,
because that's the point of it.
As we said, if you cross in front of them, they'll surround you and they'll be doing their battle around you. So it's up to you how much you want to interact. So one tribe will be black and white faces, and the other one will be orange and black faces.
I am presuming this is PM.
No, it starts at 8 o'clock. Of course it's PM, Terry.
Well, I don't know, some people get up early.
They might get up early, but I can't imagine a parade that needs to have light, but the pyrotechnics.
I don't know where this show's gone this week.
Definitely in the evening.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Two tribes. Clever. I mean, it's gonna be an amazing event.
Yeah, and the drumming is so inspirational as well. And as we said, our drums are all handmade, so they look like the really big drums that you see them using on military parades.
Hang on, sorry, I've got to...
He wants to sing his show.
Go on, do it again. There we go. There we go. Yep.
So, and also one of them is, I don't know, it looks like a snake of drums actually. It starts off with
Is this the one that wraps round?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a picture of that. I'm doing it myself now.
And they play the most amazing music on it. It was brilliant. In fact, when we had the practice and the press call on Tuesday evening, one of the guys was actually throwing apples that had windfalls from the tree onto the drum in time with the drummer as they were doing the fireworks. It was brilliant.
It sounds so good. I mean, it just is so good.
Well, I mean, you saw the trailer. I mean, that was just about 2 or 3 minutes. They did it 3 times at Westbury Arts Centre where they've been training, and it was just seeing it in that small space was brilliant.
The trailer looks absolutely amazing, I have to say.
Do go and look at it.
Please.
We are so lucky that Parks Trust and the Stables and the International Festival have brought this to Milton Keynes. We really are.
I mean, it is. We're bringing some fantastic stuff here. To get the Rugby World Cup, it's a big deal.
We worked very hard on that.
I think, we're coming up to our 50th anniversary, aren't we, Milton Keynes?
Yeah, 2017. 2017,
50 years, and we've only just started to work out what marketing's all about.
We are not just a shopping destination.
No, we're not.
We are the most amazing destination.
For those of you who...
arts and culture. I mean, you say
we've
the
spoken
open
about this
spaces,
before,
the
haven't
Parks
we?
Trust that we've got, all those spaces we've got in Milton Keynes. Where else can you go and find a cathedral of trees?
There is another one actually, but I can't think where it was now.
Culture stuff.
Was it?
Yeah.
It is gorgeous.
It's
beautiful.
Then, of course, all the stuff that we learn from the Clash of Drums and the training that Festive Road have had will be taken forward to paraphernalia on the 19th of December when there'll be another extravaganza in Capel Park.
There we go. Perfectly timed. Got to play us out with this, really, haven't I? I'm Dave Stimson. This is Transition. You've been listening to Secular Sounds Community Radio for Milton Keynes. We'll see you all Friday and Saturday. I don't know where the show's gone again. Had to be played out, really. I mean, it'd be wrong not to.
Thank you.
You're welcome, darling. That's another show done. For those of you on Transition, we're playing out with
When you hear the early warning, you and your family must take cover.
in fact, I'm just listening to it now, and I think I've forgotten just how brilliant it is.
Especially about the Cold War, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but back then, Terry, everybody got banned. In fact, you were actively striving to get yourself banned from the radio because it guaranteed number one. And I knew that. It was all being played with. On that note, I will see you guys possibly on my way home. If not, same time next week.